welcome to what will be the final episode of our survival let's play on Jack Pine. We've got a lot to do. However, I've done most of the graft. You might have seen in a time lapse right at the beginning a lot of what we've done. It just depends how much I put in, that's all. So you can see all our sunflowers are all gone. Same in that field over there. Most of our equipment is gone. It hasn't been sold. This very small bits have been sold, but all the big bits are over waiting for us at the store to sell them. We've only got over here the stuff that we're going to need. So we've got the wheel loader, we've got the belts. I'm going to have the thing on for this, aren't I? Oh yeah, there, help window. So at the minute, 565,000 litres in there. That's 2 lots of cutting. I don't think, because of how late I planted this lot round here, I don't think I got the second growth stage on the second cut. So the first cut as normal. The second cut, I think it was only the first growth stage and not the full wax, so we've potentially lost out a little bit there. But everything else is done. What I did notice, and you'll see it more because I've still got a little bit left to do, is with that pickup, it was slightly too narrow. Unless it was absolutely perfect, it wasn't picking up fully, so you'll see bits all over, just where it's missed. The wagon's over there just for us to do this last bit, but we've got a last little bit of harvest left to do with the twin screw. I'm actually worried that I'm not going to get this over to the store because it's got hardly any fuel in it. I should have enough, shouldn't I? There's a tiny bit left to do, and then there's just the drive over. I mean, this has been brilliant, but again, and why I didn't learn, I don't know. I think it's just because I've had such a gap of doing the last harvest with all the corn and doing this one. Why didn't I go and buy the bigger header? It was pointed out to us 3 fields in. Why haven't you gone and got the bigger header? And I haven't got an answer to that really, other than I forgot. So made life a little bit harder for us. Harder than it needed to be, really. We've got, I can't remember how many trailerfuls we've took down already. Possibly 3. But I mean, that's 30,000 litres at a time. I'll be able to look though. We'll have a look on the finance page. I'll turn that off. We'll get this on because I'll take that combine over off camera. So I mean, the things we need to do, we need to get rid of this. We've got some crops left in the silo, but I don't know how much that'll make a difference. I'll have to have a look. Oh, I always forget that that's there. That's standard in the map as well. It's been there since the start of it. Yeah, we'll have to have a look, see what is left in the silo, see if it's worth transporting down or not. I know there's definitely some wheat and I think there's a bit of corn. In fact, there's definitely a bit of corn as well. But if there's only a few thousand litres of each, I won't bother. I don't know if you've watched the last episode or if you've read the description, whatever number episode this is going to be, it's possibly number 44. There should have been 47 episodes. The reason for that is, and I totally forgot about it. I had 4 episodes of Jack Pine recorded and partially edited before FS22 came out. Obviously, as soon as FS22 came out, they got put on the back burner because, well, even just before FS22 came out, I was putting that much graft into getting Greenlands finished, and that took hours and hours and hours of work to get that done because we had to rush through it, a bit like we have with this one. Right, there's another 18.5 grand. So yeah, I was sort of belting through for Greenlands, and then Sunday night comes, I get in from work at 11 o'clock, 22 comes out at midnight, so I was just straight into that and straight into making videos. And I mean, even as we record this, I'm up to something like, I've just released Elm Creek episode 15, just within the last sort of 15 minutes. I'm up to something like episode 22 or 23 in what I've actually recorded. I've been putting double uploads out. Last 2 days I put triple uploads out, and I'm just recording more than I'm putting out. It's absolute ludicrous. But yeah, so all that meant that the last episode of Jack Pine that I thought I had was the one before this. Sorry, not the one before this. The one before the last one. So number 42, episode 42. I can't remember what it was called. Turns out that after that one, I had another 3 more. So if you watch that one and then watch the episode 43, we have a plan. There might be stuff on here, and I don't even know what there is because I haven't watched back through it, but I've got a feeling that silo might be one of them, right at the back. There might be stuff on here that you've never seen happen, or equipment that you've never seen us buy, and that's because I'll have done it in them 3 episodes. Maybe the sunflowers you've never seen us put them in the ground. I don't know. No, sorry, the sunflowers you will have because that was in the second to last one, wasn't it? It might have even been the corn harvest. I hope it wasn't, but I don't know. Basically, what happened is, to make space, I tell you what, we'll get rid of the canola because that is going to be worth something. To make space on the hard drive, I just deleted loads of footage and loads of old videos. Turns out all the raw footage for them 3 episodes was the stuff I deleted. Well, was within the stuff I deleted. I deleted absolutely tons of stuff. So yeah, I find them again, go to upload them, and all the footage is gone. So if the stuff you didn't understand with episode 42 going into 43, then that's the reason why, and I apologise for that. I was absolutely gutted. I tweeted out about it at the time. I was just, there'll have been hours worth of work in that as well. But it's one of them things, I suppose. Since then, we obviously decided to do one more cycle. So that one more cycle consisted of 2 lots of grass cuttings, the one in early summer, and then the one in autumn just now. So all of that, bar what's in the small field there that we're going to go and pick up after this, is in that pit. All the sunflowers are now sold. We'll have a look. In fact, we'll have a look now before we sell this to see what we made on that. That new vehicle and sold vehicles, that was a bale trailer. I needed that to sell the eggs, which I made about 3 grand from. Property income, we know what that is. That's just our placeables. Right, harvest cost. So it says 91,371. Take off 3.5 grand for that, because that was the eggs, and that's what we've made out the sunflowers. And remember, we're on hard mode as well. So I mean, the prices are next, and there we go. 772 is what I was getting for the sunflowers. Normally, when you're in game, you're looking at over a grand, aren't you? Well over a grand normally as well. So I didn't think we did too badly with that. Do I need this? Yeah, I do need. I was thinking, do I need the tractor? But I don't need. I'll take it up anyway, just in case. Because if there is quite a bit of wheat left, which I don't know if there is or not, just under 14 of. Oh, it's not worth selling. Even the corn price was down to 200 something, so I'll not bother. Like I said, we've I know this video is going to be a bit longer anyway, because it totally depends on what the time lapse is beforehand. But we're going to have to jump forward after we've come back to this, just so the silage ferments. We'll sell all the silage off, and then that will be us done for Jack Pine. Well, sorry, after we sell all our vehicles, that'll be us done. Which I'm expecting a good whack, to be honest. We already are 871 now. I mean, once we get rid of all our vehicles and all our equipment that we've got left, yeah, I think we'll have some decent money. Obviously, all the buildings and that are going to stay. The greenhouse, once the manure, whatever manure I've got left, has run out, I'm not going to refill it. Right, it would help if it was switched, if it was lowered and switched on. So you can see here, all these strips are where it just hasn't been perfectly aligned. I should have bought a bigger loading wagon, but it's one of them things, isn't it? Same as the header. Just make life harder for myself. I mean, this Fendt, changing from the Challenger to this Fendt was totally the right idea. Whether we would have done it if we were going to carry on the series or not, I'm not sure. But for what we need it for, it just made such a difference. I mean, I'm not going around picking up all these bits, by the way, because it's they're next to nothing really, but since I was turning around anyway. Yeah, the mowing I done in no time at all with the 3 mows on. It was them, I don't know what it's called, but it's the butterfly mows, the crone ones, which is what's made such massive swaths as well. Right, let's go and get this in. We'll put, I think we've got 1 weight left over here. We'll put that on, and then we'll get it compacted. Once we've got it compacted, I mean, what's it probably going to be? 2 days that we're going to have to jump through. absolutely no issue getting up there. And then I get stuck. Brilliant. This hasn't got stuck the whole time. There we go. I must be right. This must be as high as what it can go, because it's not coming out the back either. Getting rid of that 2%? No, you're not bothering. Nah, not bothering. Right. So that's that done now. We don't need that anymore. I'm only bringing it over here because the weight's over here. Right, let's get this compacted. I'm not going to keep this on the whole time, by the way. What are we on? 66. This may take a while, mightn't it? 68. Yeah, it's going to take a while. Right, I'll knock off and we'll come back when we're ready to blanket it. Right, we're just about done. I think we were on 99%. I'm just going to scoop up. I could have put that tractor in a better place, couldn't I? I'm just going to scoop up this and put it towards the back. And not get stuck on the wall. That would be great as well. Because what my plan is, whilst the belts are going, I'm going to use this to push the stuff at the back forward. That'll be the fastest way of doing it. Right, all that's in. Right, we'll go over this fresh bit, and then that should be I thought that would have been it. So we're just under, I was going to say we're just under 600,000 litres, but we're 10,000 litres away, aren't we? So 590,222 litres in that. We'll get that blanketed. And what do we reckon? 2 days? In fact, I'll leave that there because that's where I'm going to be using it. Right, we'll jump forward until that's ready. Okay, we're back. It is late autumn. It has been 2 days. We're going to open that silo. We're going to get this pushed back. I always go the wrong way with these. Turn on the belt. And then try to get this in here. I have to go back a little bit. We're a little bit close. It'll be easier once we lose a bit of silage. Other way. Always go the wrong way with these belts. Right. As demonstrated. There we go. See if I can get that turned around there. Right, it's stuck on something. There we go. There we go. How is that over? And it's working. It's working. And it's processing straight away. Fantastic. Right. If we get into this, can we open this bit? Yeah. And like I've said, I'm not gonna sit here the whole time while this processes, because obviously that would take a long time. But we'll get a lot of this pushed forward. If we can. The pit basically was ready, it was yesterday afternoon, but I knew I wouldn't have had time to process it all in one day, which is what I wanted. Because obviously we're going to have to wait till midnight for the payment as well. While this processes, I think we might as well nip over to the store and start selling off all our gear. I mean, this belt, even though it's there, it will take quite a bit. It might need to be a little bit further in, but it won't be that much. I know it's still sort of quite dark, but I wanted to get this processing as soon as possible. I basically waited for it to be as light as so much as that I could place the belts, because the belts don't have any lights on them, and they're an absolute, well, they're a nightmare even when it's bright, never mind when it's dark. I mean, we're getting through this quite quickly. We're over 40,000 litres through already, so I don't think this is going to take overly long. mean, I know the buying a biogas plant, it was expensive, but for the amount of money we've made off it, it's totally been justified. Are we getting up? Raise that down, lower that even. Get the weight over the front, there we are. Right, I'll switch off and I'll come back in a little while to see what progress we made. Right, if there was ever an advert needed for belts in a silage clamp, this is it. I've actually sped time up a bit because I'm confident we're going to get it all done. When I said I sped time up, I was actually on 30 times 30 for quite a while. So we started off with 590,000 litres. We down to 422 now, and well, we would be an hour and 40 minutes in, but not really because we've sped the time up. The reason we've come back on is because now it's light. We're gonna go over to the store and we're gonna start selling off our equipment. So I'll just get rid of this last one. I hope that's not perched on something there. No, it's alright. Right, let's get over there. Right, we're at the store. Before we start, we are on 908,000. So I think I've already got something in. Yes. So we'll go with that. And we'll sell that. I'm not going to be looking at everything to see what we get really, unless... I didn't think that was going to be 5,500. How much did we pay for that? Right. Sell that. I mean, we used that quite a lot, didn't we? Get rid of these. These mowers, I know they've been used loads, and I've used them myself, and not in any Let's Plays that we've had, but get that off. But I've used them in series before I started recording, and they're so good. I mean, our tool, I'll reiterate, and I'm sure I'll do it again before we finish. We've been on hard mode here from the absolute outset. 4 should have been 47 episodes ago. We've been playing on hard mode. We started with nothing but a truck and a chainsaw. That is it. And just looking at the money going up, it's unbelievable. Looking at our equipment as well, and I know all the way through it's been exactly the same pretty much. Yellow is not my favourite colour. The gear we were using at the time, a lot of it just happened to be yellow. So the Liber, obviously their colours are yellow. The fast tracks, their colours were yellow. The fertiliser that we used there, same thing. The truck, we did customise it just because from then there was sort of a bit of a theme going on, wasn't there? So that was us. By us, I mean me. It's really quite sad selling all this off, because I genuinely now will not come back on this game. This map, sorry. I had wanted to keep this going longer, but just with the release of 22 and the amount of hours I'm putting on there now, and what I want to do on there as well, and the fact that for this week I haven't been able to get an episode of My Farm and Life roleplay out. We need to finish it. Which, like I said, is a shame, but it's just one of them things. We're even selling the weight. That is going towards the total. Right, this I don't need now. I don't even know. I'm selling all this. I can't even remember if I've done a thumbnail for it yet. If I haven't, then it ain't including all these vehicles, is it? If we hit 2 million quid here, it's absolutely ridiculous. And we're going to as well. That is absolutely crazy. No money. We even went into minus on our very first episode. We went into minus because of the fuel we used for the chainsaw, cutting down our first trees. I ain't gonna miss that that sound when it reverses either. I wanted to sell this last. I actually thought about leaving it with the farm, but the little 445 first tractor we bought, ploughed our first field. Nearly £7,000 we get back for that. That is crazy. Right, that's everything. We'll get back over and see how we're getting on. So I've given the belt a little bit of a helping hand. Not much ore. This is probably only about the 8th sort of load I've done. That's the belt just finishing there, so have we got a little bit left? Tiny little bit left. We might just have a little drive around. Do I want to do a little drive around just to... just to sort of take in what we've done. Right. I'm just going to sell them belts where they're at. I'm not going to bother transporting them back over. I know you get a better price, but I mean, especially the small one, it's worth next to nothing anyway. I'll do that now. So in the garage, we have... price isn't that bad really, and we may as well sell that. Everything else is staying with the farm. Right, that's a lot. I'll see if I can sell this here. It looks absolutely desolate, doesn't it? The greenhouse that only ran out sometime during the night before this one. Is it going to let us sell it? Yes, it is. And it's going to let us sell that as well. Right, nearly 2.2 million. We will, fast forward till the morning, we'll spend one more night in our cabin, and then we're all done. Right, that was our final night spent in our cabin on Jack Pine. Looks like a nice enough day, first day of winter. I've even left a nice box of eggs grown fresh on this farm for the next owner. I shall leave that picture there with them as well. So, considering we started with nothing but this truck and this chainsaw, we're leaving a lot behind. We've built 2 roads, one going off to the sawmill there, one going off to the store, and we were in the process of building a 3rd one until we decided to leave. You can see we've left odd bits around. The windmill's still going up there. But this is where we leave. Just before we do, I will show you. We made £88,522 from the biogas. So not bad really. Considering, like I said, what we plan on, that we plan on hard economy, I think that's pretty decent. I mean, we're only getting £150 per 1,000 litres, which for silage is absolutely crazy. But yeah, that's all our fields. All done, all dusted. And with a profit of 2.2, well, nearly £2.3 million, we're off. Off to the next place. Our survival Let's Play will return once we find a new location on FS22. But until we do, I've absolutely loved this series. I was a bit worried about how we were going to get on to start with starting with what we did basically, but it's been absolutely fantastic. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.